Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is Erin. Don't mind my thermals again. It is cold in Florida. We have ice on the ground again in the middle of March, but today I wanted to come on and film me getting ready this morning for work. It is Friday, the day I'm filming this. All this week I have been using a certain foundation combination that has been amazing. It has not broken down during the day. It has not like worn off in weird places. My creasing is down. My pores look great. My oils aren't coming through like crazy. And so I wanted to go ahead and do a little bit of a foundation wear for you guys today, just to show you that this foundation combination for me and my skin type is amazing. And the best part about it is that it's drugstore. Now, I mean, all this week I have used different beauty sponges. I have tried different moisturizers, different primers. I have put hydrating primers on. I have put matte primers on. And this combination of foundations has looked amazing regardless of what I put as my base. I've also used different powders to set it, and it still looks amazing. So I'm gonna go ahead and prime my face real quick, and then we'll get into the foundation. So this morning I just used a little bit of the Urban Decay Optical Illusion primer that I have a sample of, and then I put a little bit of the Becca First Light primer. So I use this kind of on the inside of my face because I see that this is a thicker formula, so it does kind of pore fill for me. And then this one I put on the outer rim of my face just for a little bit of extra glow and moisture. But the two foundations that I have been combining and wearing are the Maybelline SuperStay Foundation and the Covergirl Vitalist Healthy. So I'm taking a very matte, full coverage foundation and adding a more dewy, medium coverage foundation to it. And I wore this by itself last weekend and I looked so dry. Like, I thought my face was going to crack how dry it was. And so I said, I love the coverage of this, I love the color, but what can I do about adding a little bit more moisture back into this foundation? And so I started putting a little bit of this in it. So I have this one in 112 Natural Ivory, and I have this one in 705. So this is the lightest shade for the Vitalist, and I wish it came in a shade a little bit lighter so that I actually could tone down a lot more of my more full coverage foundations. But basically all I do, and today I am going to be using a Real Technique sponge and one of my L'Oreal sponges that's cut in half if I need to do any more detail work. But basically all I do is I take one pump of the Maybelline foundation and I take 2 pumps of the Covergirl foundation, and the colors on them is relatively similar. The Covergirl foundation is a little bit darker than the Maybelline one, and so when I combine them I really do get a nice color match for myself. So once I mix it, I just go ahead and we dot on some, and I put the rest onto my sponge. And we're just gonna go to town with this, and I'll show you the finish afterwards, and then I'll also check in at the end of the day to let you guys know how it wore and how it still looks flawless. I've been doing this all week long. Flawless at the end of the day. So let's go ahead and put this on. So this is the coverage that we are looking at. I still do have a little bit of dewiness to me because of the Covergirl foundation, but the coverage is very, very nice. I still have a little bit of redness on my cheeks, but I do go ahead and cover that up with concealer. Now I also have used all different kinds of concealers to see if that would break anything down, and it hasn't. But my favorite finish with this look is actually using the Ulta concealer. Now, I've said a couple good and bad things in videos before about this. I love this concealer when it is fresh and new, but as it starts to actually get empty and dry out a little bit, I don't like the way that this blends. But for right now, I'm gonna go ahead and pop concealer on and let you guys see what it looks like. Then we'll pop powder on, see what it looks like, and then I'll go ahead and finish my face. So that concealer did a really good job of toning down a lot of that redness and just adding a little bit of brightness to the center of my face. The powder that I've been absolutely loving for this look is the Too Faced Peach Perfect powder. This stuff is amazing. I'm glad I went ahead and splurged on that. But I did wear my Maybelline Fit Me Loose powder yesterday, and it looked good. I wore my Laura Mercier powder, I think, on Tuesday, and it looked good. I wore the Coty Airspun powder maybe on Wednesday, and it looked good. So again, this combination for me, everybody has different skin, but has been amazing. So I'm gonna go ahead and set my face down with a little bit of powder, and I'll be right back. All right, so this is the face set down with powder. This is an amazing base to start with. Everything just looks flawless and beautiful, and it looks like this at the end of the day also. So I'm gonna go ahead and pop on the rest of my makeup, show you guys the finished look, and then I have to get to work today, and I will check in at the end of the day to show you guys that this still looks this good after 8, 9, 10 hours of wear. So let's go ahead and pop on the rest of the face. All right, guys, so this is my final look for work on Friday. I love this foundation combination. So it's not sunken into my fine lines on my forehead. It is not sunken into my smile lines. If you guys are seeing a weird reflection, that's off of my mirror here. But it looks beautiful. My pores look minimized. Everything looks good. I might try to zoom you guys in a little bit to see if you guys can see what this looks like on the skin. But I will be doing check-ins throughout the day. I will let you guys see what this looks like at the end of my day before I wash it off. But this is like my new go-to. Absolute new go-to when I want my foundation to last all day. This outperforms any high-end foundations that I have. This is just, oh, I'm so glad I stumbled upon this combination, but I'm gonna go ahead and start my work day, and I'll check in with you guys later. Bye. All right, guys, so I am checking in at the end of my work day. I have been wearing this full foundation for 10 hours now. Do you guys hear my squeaky dog? I just got home from work, so they're all very excited that I'm home, including a chihuahua in my lap, of course. Where else would she be? But looking up in my mirror, I had a little bit of the foundation come off around my nose because I had my sunglasses on today, but I've been touching up with a little bit of powder on that throughout the day. I have a little bit coming off right here. I have a blemish that was healing, so the skin around the blemish is actually peeling, but the foundation is still on that skin that is peeling. So the foundation didn't come off, just the skin is coming off. I'll have to exfoliate tonight, but everything stayed on perfect. I even just accidentally rubbed my face up against my car seat, getting something out of the back seat, and the makeup was on the seat, but I can't see anywhere where it rubbed off. I swear, this combination of foundation has been awesome. I don't necessarily see a whole lot of oil. I mean, you guys can see my highlight, but I'm not greasy. I'm not oily. I don't have the weird breakdown on my nose or in between my brows. I don't have any breakdown on my chin, and that's usually where I have a lot of issues. So this combination right here is absolutely amazing. Now I do have the Covergirl Vitalist Healthy Elixir Foundation in 710, which is a little bit dark for me. Maybe during the summer I'll be able to wear that shade, but I also am going to order a lighter shade of the Maybelline SuperStay Foundation so that I can mix that lighter shade into the darker shade of this and use up this entire bottle too, because I have not had a foundation or a combination of foundations perform like this. I'm very, very curious about trying some of my other hydrating foundations in with this one, or even trying the Healthy Elixir Foundation in with some of my more full coverage or drier foundations. I think that's what my skin wants. Now, it has been cold again here in Florida, so again, I'll have to test this out whenever it gets hotter here and I am sweating more and producing more oils. But for right now, this combination of foundation is my absolute go-to. So if your skin is more oily in the summer and then kind of dries out a little bit in the winter or calms down in the wintertime, try taking your mattifying full coverage foundations and adding a more hydrating foundation into them, because I'm so happy with this. absolutely happy. I don't look like a crazy person at the end of the day with my foundation rubbing off the center of my face. If you found this video helpful or like this style of video, go ahead and give me a thumbs up. Leave me a comment down below if you guys mix foundations and what has been your best combination of foundations. Don't forget to subscribe before you leave, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!